which is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome back to another video podcast. This is Misa.
And this is Yuka.
And welcome to the Misa and Yuka podcast. We're so sorry we didn't have a post last week because I got so sick.
Right.
I got this thing called tonsillitis. I looked it up.
Whoa,
what is that? It's called hintoen.
Whoa.
The doc did not diagnose me with hintoen. He just said you just have a lot of different things in your hintosen and your tonsils.
How did it get there?
Huh?
How did it get there?
I just had a 38 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees.
And that
Celsius.
boiled up a lot of bacteria?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, for 3 or 4 days.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I had just I couldn't eat, drink. I couldn't even sleep. It's lying down horizontally. I had to sleep in my chair over there. I had to sleep like this, as if I were in an airplane.
Remember you said you were eating ice cream because it was too hot?
Yeah, one night, 2 a.m. in the morning, I got so hot, I checked my temperature. I was 40 degrees, right? I was like, man, it's hot. My body is having the summer vibes. It's boiling hot.
It's like Coachella vibes.
Yeah, no, seriously. I had to get to the freezer and got a matcha ice cream, and I was just eating in my bed, sadly, because I really needed something cold, or else I was I'm gonna die.
That's so funny.
It's like every kid's dream to be eating ice cream at 2 a.m. I was doing that because to save my life.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, now she's back.
I'm back. I'm not fully recovered with my, if you can, it's kind of hard to talk.
Yeah.
A little bit. I kind of sound a little weird.
Yeah. I mean, you don't sound like you're sick, but you sound like you're I don't know. You're holding it in.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not
you're.
Hi,
I think you're slurring. That's what it is.
Yeah, no, because it kind of hurts, and it's just I think I need to go see a doc. But I'm taking my antibiotics.
That's great.
I'm usually a heal it natural type of girl.
Okay, the edit's gonna be harder, so let's cut to the chase.
And we're just gonna cut to the chase. Okay, so today, we got a message, so we're gonna do an お便りコーナーをちょっとしたいと思います。A little message.
That's exciting.
Instagram message, and we're gonna answer that message, that question we got. And so if you are we're gonna do this. DM me on Instagram if you have anything that you want us to talk about and answer. Maybe you're stuck on something, a question for us, and we're gonna be answering one every week.
Yay! Don't send us your homework.
Okay. So this is gonna be in Japanese. Okay. 現在付き合って12年、結婚して5年になる夫がいます。とても信頼できる存在で愛されている実感もあります。しかし2年前、新婚旅行でインドへ行ったことをきっかけにうまく表現できないのですが、私の居場所はここだと直感的に思いました。そしてインドで働くために10年間勤めた公務員の仕事を辞め、日本語教師の資格を取り、面接を受け、予想を超えるスピードでインドへの転職が決まりました。単身赴任、ひとまず半年間という期間限定ですが、自分の中ではすでに私はインドで生きてインドで人生を終えたいという気持ちです。ただ夫のことも大切です。夫はインドにも行ったことがある上で嫌いなので一緒に行くという選択肢はありません。何かを捨ててまで大切な人を傷つけてまでやりたいことって何でしょうか？また私はこの気持ちにどのように向き合ったらいいと思いますか？もしできればミサさんとユカさんの意見を聞かせていただけたら嬉しいです。はい、ありがとうございます。Okay, so what do we think about that? Do you have any first thoughts? I have my first thoughts. You can tell me your first thoughts.
Okay. Well, first thought, I thought that it's really rare to find something that really strikes you.
Yeah.
And something that you really want to do. So honestly, if your gut's saying it, then I think you should go. And like, I think everything will be...
I think she's already there.
Oh, she's already there.
Yeah, I think she's already there, but like...
Right,
it's like the matter of like her husband cannot come to India because he doesn't really like it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, okay, like I'm there for... I think she's like... She was there... She's been there for half a year now. ひとまず半年間という期間限定ですが、like she's like, yeah, she's like, she started to live there, but she already loves it, and she's like, oh, I want to be here forever.
Right.
So now it's a matter of like, okay, what happens to her husband? What does she do?
That's a really hard decision.
It is a hard decision.
It's also like a really rare thing to find.
Yeah.
And it's like your life. So I don't know. And this is like this is just an opinion.
Oh yeah, we should all take everything on this channel with a grain of salt.
Yeah, this is just an opinion, but I think it's like a good thing to if we can get to a point where like we're respecting each other and the husband kind of like, you know, agrees, like respects her choice, and then like she also respects like his choice, then I think separating is like an option, you know?
Yeah, it is. Oh, separating? Like divorcing? Oh, okay. That is like interesting. I was just thinking that like despite, you know, like you have like a husband, but she has like a passion too, right? And I think like following a passion and being maybe like, you know, you like just testing out the waters with like, you know, living separately. And if she still thinks that she wants to live in India, maybe, just maybe, her husband might want to try. Or like some people, you know, like there might be other sacrifices, but like I think if two people are meant to be, they will make, it's like I think it might be inevitable to, you know, make sacrifices towards each other so that you guys can be together.
But that's like really ideal.
It's very ideal.
But if you look into the realistic side, you're asking your husband to quit his job and find a job in India.
Yeah, and like a lot of actually like some of my friends have done that. They're like, I love Thailand and I have a job in Thailand. The husband quits his job, comes over to Thailand. And that's like talking about that he likes Thailand and like he likes the country, but there are people who do that.
Yeah.
You know? So you just never know, but I think it's good to keep in mind that like having a passion, having something that really strikes you is, yeah, like you said, very rare. Yeah. Super rare. I think not a lot of people have that, I think. So I think, yeah, like I think we should all cherish that.
Yeah. It's really great.
It's really great. So
not many people can find that. So like following that is an absolute choice. And I think I would follow that.
Yeah, I feel like Yuka would follow it. I feel like I would follow it too. And then kind of see how everything rolls out.
Yeah.
At the end. So, yeah.
And yeah, like I feel like I'm looking at it really realistically. Whereas like there's a lot of things that come into place, like for example, like the language barrier, the job, you know, everything is real.
Everything is really real.
So like even money, right? So when you take into all that consideration, it's asking a lot for your partner.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, and there might be, but there has to, but I know there is a solution. There has to be a solution.
There is a solution, but it's like not for us to choose.
Yeah, it's not for us to choose, but I know there is a solution. So,
but I feel like if it were me and I really loved that, like I loved India, and I would choose to separate. Actually, I would choose. Yeah.
I mean, if you have to in the long run, but like that might be like many years after.
Right.
Right. But I think like loving yourself that you love India is like really like really beautiful. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think 6 months is kind of short.
yeah, it is really short. And I think like we need to look in the future, but sometimes if we look too much in the future, we can't really decide, or like we can't really move or like think straight. So I think like just being in the moment for now is that itself is really good. So yeah. Okay, great. Thank you so much for your message. I want to do like more of these messages and stuff. So please DM me anything of any like 相談gotos. Okay. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about what to do when you feel left behind in life. Or no, not left behind. What to do when you feel behind in life, right?
Wait, we're doing that?
Oh, just kidding. No. Today we're going to be talking about we're going to be doing that another episode. But today we're going to be talking about love languages, all about love, right?
Yeah.
Because as you know, you guys are engaged and stuff, and I'm exploring, right, everyone?
Why do you always say it like that?
What?
I don't know, when you say it like that, it's kind of cringy.
What, when you're engaged?
Yeah. Because you're always like, what, are you engaged? Like, are your abs engaged?
No, I'm just telling you, Yuka's abs are really engaged. Yuka's abs are really engaged, and she has a 6-pack. So and then I'm exploring. I'm exploring. I'm having fun. Yeah. So we're going to be talking about love languages today. Do you guys know what love languages are? I hope you guys do. Let me pull it up really quickly. The 5 love languages. It is. I know it from the bottom of my I do know it off the top of my head, but I'm just gonna make sure. Okay. So it is words of affirmation. So love language is like the language, or like what you feel or how you feel loved.
Like ways people express and receive love.
Yeah. That. That's right. So like love language is really important so that you can express love in the same language as your partner receives love. Does that make sense? Did I word it correctly? So that is love. That's why love languages are really important, so that you're not giving your partner the wrong things, right? And then like your partner is not giving you the wrong things, so that like causes a mismatch.
Ultimately, like we don't feel loved. Yeah. Even though we think we're giving
them love.
Yeah.
Yeah. So love languages are important so that you don't have miscommunications between your partners.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very interesting.
And so these are the 5 different love languages we have. And so the first one is words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Like if you feel loved when people say like, oh, I love you, or like words
that affirm you.
Yeah, that affirm you. That give you, that affirm you.
Like you're so pretty.
Yeah, you're beautiful. Those kinds of words.
Yeah.
If that allows you to feel loved, or that might be your love language. Acts of service. So when your partner does something for you and you feel loved.
Yeah.
Like giving you flowers.
Yeah, getting you flowers.
Oh, but that's like receiving gifts. But
making you food.
Making you food.
Food.
Food. Sorry. Okay. Receiving gifts. That's gifts.
Like the flowers.
Yeah, presents.
Like necklaces, jewelry, whatever.
Quality time. That's like spending good time together, like watching Netflix together and eating popcorn. Is that quality time?
Like
that's like couch potato time.
Yeah, like doing activities together. Like
canoeing.
Sure.
Canoeing.
Sure.
Climbing up mountains. perhaps not the
Like
wrong mountain.
having great conversations.
Yeah,
that's like quality time. Like date nights.
Right.
Yeah.
Physical touch, touching,
Hugging,
kissing,
etc.
etc., cuddling, those kinds of things. Okay, so these are called love languages, a concept created by Dr.
Okay, so these are the love languages, and you can actually take this quiz and find out what your love languages are. Have you taken it?
I've never taken this, but I'm just diagnosing myself all the time. How I diagnosed my tonsillitis. I'm gonna fall off this chair.
Okay,
I was so funny.
I'll like confirm your diagnosis.
Okay.
What's your number one? I mean, yeah, what's your number one?
So I have a story actually before we get like I always do. I thought my love language was physical touch and words of affirmation.
Right.
But recently I have figured out quality time is very important for me.
I think you should take the test. You've been figuring it out like way too slow. Like, just take the test.
Yeah, no, because I didn't really know about myself, right? So before I would take the test and be like, oh yeah, physical touch super important. Like we're, me like getting words of affirmation super important and stuff. Maybe like and then so I thought it was like physical touch, like words of affirmation, and then like quality time stuff. But I think quality time is like really high up there for me now. Realized physical touch and words of affirmation is a little not so deep.
So it's lower.
It's very like superficial for me now, right? I like, it's nice to be physically touched and being positively affirmed by someone. But what if they're lying? They're not lying, but like, what if they don't really mean it?
Right.
Like someone can say like, I love you, or like, you're so beautiful, so gorgeous, blah, blah, blah. But like, what if they like say that to different people too?
Right. But it's not just that.
Yeah.
It's also like, you're doing so great, or like, I love your work, your video, because blah, blah, blah.
Sure, yeah, I really like that. I really like that.
They have a reason, right?
Right.
They're not just saying like superficially.
Right, that's true.
I love you. They can probably list out all the things they love about you.
Yeah, maybe words of affirmation is like high up there. This is hard because it's hard because I won't.
Because you didn't take the test.
It's hard because like I like everything. I like everything. I want everything.
It's okay because my test result, everything is like quinto, like even.
So,
except for gifts.
So what website do you use? Can you like send me the link?
Language test. Yeah, it's just called Love Language Test.
Okay.
And it's like official5lovelanguages.com. And it's kind of long.
Oh, okay. I can't do it right now.
You should take it like later.
Yeah, I'll like let you guys know later.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is yours since you took the test?
Mine is like all even except for receiving gifts. That's like 7%.
Oh.
Like really low. Whereas like all of the other ones were 30% each. But I think I still did have like it gave me a hierarchy.
So now the question is like, did your partner take it?
Yeah.
And do you guys have like similar love languages?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So you guys are really compatible.
Sure.
Okay. So you have like all.
I don't know if that like means like you're compatible. I think it's more like you understand each other,
or like actually understanding each other. I mean, like even if your love languages are different, just like understanding each other's love languages
it helps with the communication.
Yeah, it really does.
But number 1 for me was acts of service.
Oh, okay. So getting you coffee and stuff. You were talking about that.
Yeah, I love when someone gets me coffee.
Right. Okay.
Or like kind of like, you know, thinking ahead and like, yeah, just getting coffee.
Yeah. She has a lot of expectations. Just kidding.
No, I don't.
I know.
I can get my own coffee.
Right. And then what's the second one?
Words of affirmation.
Okay.
And then quality time. And then physical touch and then receiving gifts.
Yeah. Right. So, so I think.
But hold on. I think yours.
Can you diagnose me?
Yeah, I think yours. Number 1 is definitely write it down. Words of affirmation is number 1 because you feel so great after someone pumps you up. You know.
I know. I really like it, and I like even if like someone is like kind of treating me kind of like trash. If someone said something to me, I'll be really happy. Yeah. And I'll just forget about the past.
Yeah. And then you kind of like awkwardly like, you know, accept it.
Yeah.
I always say like, you're always like saying like, I didn't do this. Like, I'm not there yet. And I'm like, but you're doing so great. And then you're like, really?
I need that. Yeah, I need that. Yeah. Okay, number 2.
Okay. Number 2 is quality time.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Yeah.
Quality time is super important for me, I realized. And then
it's funny because like you love to do things by yourself. Like you're really okay with it, but then you like quality time.
Yeah. No, I think it's like, I think if you are genuinely able to have fun with your partner is super important. I think.
Like cooking together.
Yeah, cooking together, like just like talking about anything together. Oh, talking about anything together is super important for me.
Right, and also having like laughing together.
Yeah, like important. The sense of humor.
Yeah.
Like the point, like the points of humor is so important. Because if they're like, oh, like if they find something funny and if I don't find it funny, it's awkward. Very painful.
Right.
It's super painful. It's like, yeah, that's kind of funny. And then they probably think I'm not funny either.
Yeah.
But that's not true. I'm really funny.
But it goes both ways. So you're probably not funny.
Yeah. With them. Yeah. So that's called the compatibility part. But like I think quality time like includes all of that. Like what can you talk about? And even like if you can't like find good conversations, if you can't have good conversations, it's not like either of your guys' fault. It's just like you guys aren't just compatible. Yeah. You know, like you guys, it's just genetically not going to happen.
Not genetically. I feel like it's just like how we were raised. We were raised in different environments and like we met different people.
So environmentally,
environmentally, it's not going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. So quality time is really important. Being able to talk about anything.
Yeah. And then acts of service.
Acts of service. Yeah, that's true.
And then physical touch and then receiving gifts.
Yeah. Like gifts and like material things, I'm not really interested. Just like on a daily basis.
On a daily basis?
I mean, like getting a nice cup and like stuff, whatever I like is really important. But I'm not like, oh, I need like jewelry from this brand or anything like that. I'm like, oh, like I'm literally wearing trash around my neck. It's cute, but it's like trash.
Yeah, she found it like somewhere.
I found like a string that I like made it into a necklace, and I thought it was so cute. So I don't need like, you know, a lot to make me happy.
Also, like every time I think about this, like I like to buy things for myself.
Yeah.
I don't
want gifts, you know.
Please. Like, what if I don't like it?
Yeah.
You know.
That's true.
So
that's like there's a high possibility that you could not like things that people get her. Just kidding. But yeah, like seriously. Please don't buy me gifts. So yeah, that's true. So I think words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, physical touch, and then gifts is my love language. So yeah, you guys should take the test to see what your love languages are, so that we understand ourselves more. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Now moving on, I want to talk about attachment styles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
This is super, I think, really important too when talking about love and like dating and stuff. Do you know attachment styles?
No, I don't know.
So there's like the 3 different kinds of. Okay. So there's a secure attachment, anxious attachment, and the avoidant attachment. And the disorganized. But it's mainly 3: the secure, the anxious, and the avoidant. Like the attachment styles was founded when they did a research on like babies, and they left a baby without the like what would happen to the baby, right? If a mom leaves them. So for a secure attachment baby, when the baby cried, the mom always came to them and they were like, tended, right? And so they were taken care of. So now those kinds of babies develop a secure attachment style. For the anxious attachment style is when the baby was like left alone and they cried, the mom didn't come for them, right? And then so those kinds of babies developed an anxious attachment style because they're kind of like they fear that the person will leave them because as a baby they were like left, right? For the avoidant attachment style, they were like kind of left. Oh yeah, they were like kind of left hanging there, and then the mom never came, and then after a while they kind of gave up, I think.
So very emotionally distant.
Yeah, they're like so those kinds of babies grow up to be like they
don't let anyone in.
Yeah, they're like uncomfortable with like intimacy, and they detach, and they're a little bit dismissive, and they don't want to go all into a relationship because they're scared, like that they'll not be receiving the love back, right? So those are like the 3 main different types of like attachment styles.
Wait, there's the last one, 4, fearful avoidant. This one's the push and pull.
The disorganized attachment, a mix of both anxious and avoidant tendencies. So it's like the disorganized. So yeah, mixing of anxious, like they're like, oh, I'm scared that this person's gonna leave them, and oh, I'm scared to have this intimate relationship with this person. So the 4 different types, I guess.
This is so interesting. I love it.
Of this like attachment styles, and like for me, I feel like I do have like secure attachment style, but also like anxious attachment.
I think I have anxious attachment.
Like I don't want, like if I don't get a text back, or like if I don't have like the attention, like I would be feeling a little anxious, be like, I want the text, or like I want this person to call me or something. Like why aren't they messaging me back? Those kinds of like questions kind of like pop up in my head. Yeah. I thought I had avoidant, but I don't really have avoidant attachment. I think it's more of like anxious. And I feel like a lot of girls have like anxious attachment.
Yeah. I wonder if this is like actually from caregiving though. Like rooted in caregiving.
It's rooted in like childhood.
Right.
Yeah, and caregiving, but it's
do you think like the first child has this anxious attachment because they're always like, they're the firstborn?
I don't know. It really depends on like how they're raised.
Ask our first one.
Yeah, but we'll ask Yui, our oldest sister, like what she has. But like looking at her, she doesn't really have problems.
She seems like the avoidant.
I think she's just in her own world, kind of. Like I don't see
is like secure attachment.
I think she has secure attachment. Actually, I think, like as a middle child, I think sometimes I was not tended enough. right?
Wait, me too, though. As a third one, no one, like, saw me.
That's true. So like, end of story, like, I guess our older sister has secure attachment, and then we have anxious
Wait, this is
attachment.
so interesting. The anxious attachment style is like the core belief is I'm not enough, and if I don't try hard, they'll leave me.
Yeah.
And then the common traits is like overthinks and analyzes messages, tone, and behaviors. It's like me.
Yeah.
I definitely analyze all the messages.
I know. I reread all the messages, which is a waste of time. It's a waste of time.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Deep fear of abandonment or being too much. Oh, often prioritizes partner's needs over their own.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
So definitely, like, anxious attachment style is like what we have, I think.
Yeah.
How to overcome it, I have no idea. I need to do more research on it. But yeah, these are
it
like...
says ChatGPT gave us like tips
to
heal.
What does it say?
Self-soothing.
Self-soothing.
Learn to regulate your emotions and calm yourself when triggered. Okay. Inner child work. Address the original wounds that created this fear.
Mm-hmm.
Set boundaries, practice noticing your own needs and not abandoning yourself to help please others.
Mm-hmm.
Secure relationships. Being with a securely attached partner or friend can help retrain your nervous system to feel safe. And then journaling, therapy, affirmation, like affirming yourself.
Right.
But I think like secure relationship, like in friendship, will help you with this.
Yeah.
And journaling, maybe.
Yeah.
But like inner child work, I'm really interested in that.
I think like I need to do therapy for that inner child work.
I think that's so like how do we go back?
I don't know, but I've seen people do inner child work, and it's really interesting. It like really brings back childhood memories. I think I probably should do that, but yeah. Isn't this interesting, guys? With attachment styles, I know like maybe some of you guys know, but like these attachment styles really affect relationships, right? And like how you interact with your partners, and like understanding each other's attachment styles is really helpful, and like trying to cope with or like get over some like communication issues, right?
Right.
So addressing that is really important. It's also in Japanese too. It's also, the research is also done in, like, translated in Japanese. So you guys should check it out.
Yeah.
Yay. So today we just talked about like love in general, love languages and attachment styles. These are the two things that we should all really understand in order to have a happy and wealthy relationship with your partners, right?
Yeah.
To have a beautiful, like, love situation.
Yeah.
No, love.
Not a situationship.
It's no situation. We can talk about situationships on another day. That's a whole new different video. But yeah, I hope what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below, like what your love languages are and also your attachment styles. We both have like anxious attachment styles, so we're gonna be working on it. Anyways, so thank you for wrap it up, Kim. Thank you for watching or listening until the very end. If you have any messages or things that you want to like talk to us about, DM Misa Mosa on Instagram, and you might be the next one we do a little Solan Kona next week. Yeah, I think that's really cool. And yeah, thank you so much for watching until the very end. I hope you guys are having a great day
and a great life.
And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you.